You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her will get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I will break my honor, why won't we? You're in trouble, D.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Tyler. This is my buddy Sean. This is Rendered Reality and Coffee VR, as always, your weekly VR podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know.
We're here, right, every week, and we hope you guys grabbed that code in the intro. We threw a little secret code in there, so I'm sure somebody saw it and grabbed it. But yeah, somebody said, I wish I was on my computer, and that would be why. And what was that for? Which one was that?
Elite Dangerous, yeah. Elite Dangerous.
Yeah. Yep. So we just kind of give a big thank you to everybody. I mean, I kind of was I got maybe a little too emotional on our Discord this week, about like some things. Maybe
that hat you're rocking.
Yeah, man, exactly. I'm a big hat wearer. So like for me, when we got something with a logo on it, it's a hat. I'm like, man, like I never thought I would see something like that. Like it was super cool, and it just kind of hit me hard. So
yeah, I still gotta order some RR merch. I still don't even have any of the shirts yet because I was out of town this past weekend and past week and stuff. So got to get that stuff on order. But yeah, so we did. We were doing a Mammut giveaway for an Apto 2.0 that we had going on for roughly around a month. We had a bunch of people enter that and stuff, and we drew the winner this past week, and that should be getting shipped out to him straight from Mammut. And that his Discord name is Death, DETH. He is the one who won. I don't know what his YouTube name is or anything, so I'm not sure if he's in here now. But congrats to him. Awesome.
Yeah, and enjoy, man.
Yeah,
I
think
love
you're gonna
mine.
like it.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get some my DX mounts and stuff too to go with mine. I'm still waiting on those, but excited. I'm pumped.
Yep.
But yeah. Yep. Well, congratulations, and make sure if you guys aren't, stay live today on today's show. Just saying, make sure you're watching this live. So.
And I just wanted to mention real quick, I've been reading this thing. I'm like almost all the way through it. I don't know, but I've been reading this thing every evening. The Memory Engine from Gary Walkden, and it's so good. I know a bunch of people have picked it up. I've been really enjoying reading the book. I'm really not looking forward to the book being done, which it's probably going to be done this weekend, but man, it's so good. And Dave Winters, he is in here. So that in chat, he said, yes, thanks again. So Dave Winters was the winner of the Mammut Apto, and hopefully that'll be getting shipped out to you. All the information was given to Mammut, and they should be shipping that out ASAP if they haven't already. So.
Oh, I can't wait, man. Can't wait for the G2 and their new stuff too. I'm so
for
pumped.
real. This week, this is almost a pre-show of what is going to take place this coming week in the VR realm, because there is just so much big stuff happening this coming week. We have the Facebook Connect or Oculus Connect, Facebook Connect, FC7, OC7. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. We have the
XXR, AVR, whatever.
We'll get into that a little bit. We have the Apple keynote stuff going on the day before Facebook Connect. Could they potentially pull a Valve and drop some big things to take away some of the thunder from Facebook? I mean, we're going to get into some of that. A lot of big stuff this week. Also, GeForce, the new GeForce RTX cards become available next week, I believe.
And there were some that were actually already being sold, basically, too, for a pre-order. But they were getting like premium for them. They were $7.99, I think, or something like that. So you were paying more for them.
I think it's just the 3080. I think it's just the 3080 that's going to be available this coming week. And then the 3070, I think, is in October and all that. So we're going to see what happens with that. I mean, those things may sell out like crazy, and we're probably going to see price gouging like crazy on eBay and stuff. They're going to
sell out instantly. People are going to buy them just to resell them. Everybody wants them, because if you're thinking of buying a card, you're going to. So
well, a lot of people didn't. So many people, 10 series guys, didn't pick up on the 20 series cards because it wasn't that much of a leap, and it was a lot of money. Now you got the 3080 card, that is way more performance than the 20 series, and it's a fraction of the price that the 20 series was when it came out. So this is going to be a big one.
If you're looking to upgrade, truthfully. I mean, try and get on that day one minute one order, because you're going to have to.
I was looking at it on Best Buy, and it's showing coming soon on Best Buy. So I don't know. I still haven't even decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to be watching the website and just I don't know. It'll probably just be a spur of the moment thing if I end up ordering one. I'm tempted to wait. Me and you talked about waiting for like the third party cards, the MSI, the EVGA stuff.
That's what I'm more of a fan of sticking with. Yeah, the EVGA stuff. I don't know. I just sometimes those first cards that go out are just they have issues. They can have heating issues, cooling, blah blah blah.
Supposedly these are supposed to be pretty good with the blow suck stuff. You know what I mean?
I know.
And all that, but
stop giving people clips to cut up, man. Come on. South Memphis, cheers,
South
man.
Memphis, thank you again. Seriously, that's so awesome. We really appreciate that super chat.
Les got the code for Elite Dangerous. Nice, nice. For ages. It's a great game. I love it. I love it myself. It's one you can bury a ton of time into, and that's why you didn't really like it. I loved it for that reason, though.
It's a cool game. I just never wanted to spend the time to really get into it, and it's just I don't know. Like I know people love it, and it just never was my thing. I know you tried to get me to go into it a lot, and I just didn't. But go ahead. I thought you froze for a second.
I was going to say we need to get into some serious topics though, because I have an issue with this next topic that you were kind of excited about at first. So I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, there you go. VR ears. So I got my email, from backing it and stuff, and they said that they're pushing this now, which actually into next year. So being a product, and this is my beef with it, being a product that was developed for the Oculus Quest, right? That may be discontinued already or in the next 3 or 4 days from now.
Well, I mean, it's for the Quest and the Rift S and other headsets too, but I think mainly people were interested in this for the Rift or the Quest, I would think.
But is it going to fit the next gen stuff? Or is because we're getting a new headset, is that why they're pushing it? Do they have those rendered files from Oculus that they're like, shoot, we need to start adapting this for the next gen one before we drop it? And that's my hope.
Yeah.
But if it actually is for the old stuff, man, is it going to be, I don't know. Not a waste, don't get me wrong, but they had a working prototype at CES last year.
Yeah, they
did.
My
point is they have a product. So why are we trying to reinvent this and remake this? Yeah. Maybe they're trying to get production costs cheaper. I don't know.
So for me, I'm not
too happy.
I wasn't as upset about it because for me, Sebastian tried this at CES, and the early version of this, he said that it wasn't quite as good as Index. You're on a show floor, so it's hard to tell. But he was saying, not quite as good as Index sound. And so what they're saying is that they've improved the bass response from this, and they've basically retooled this as far as what they're saying. They also changed kind of the look of them, the design. So all the tooling has to be changed. I don't know why all of that is, but they're saying that the new version that's going to be the actual product that goes out is actually going to sound better than what the original version did. And if you don't know what these are, this was a Kickstarter product that was backed through Kickstarter. We're both backers. I think the link is in the description. But these were supposed to come out like this fall, I believe, is when they were supposed to start shipping. So that has been pushed back. They also finalized the boom mic, which is an add-on to the VR ears that you can have a mic. Right. They finalized that. I'm really excited for the product, and I'm bummed that I don't have it right now. The only thing that I wasn't super bummed about is if they can really improve this and it really does get better sound and everything, then I think it's going to be an okay trade-off. But like you said, I mean, how many people are going to be buying this for the old Quest now? We don't know if this new Quest that's about to get announced, we don't know for sure if this is going to have better built-in audio. Is this going to have index-style audio? Is this still going to have the pumped-through audio through the headband like we saw in Rift S and Quest?
My thing is people may be selling their Quest. When this next-gen one drops, you're probably going to buy it and get rid of it that already have one. Mm-hmm. So at that point, unless it works with it, and I'm sure they're on the inside and have some files and know what's coming.
Right.
So hopefully they have that in the works. But if they don't, it's kind of wasted at that point. I mean, you can buy the add-ons that go the hoop for the head and use them as headphones and with mics and stuff.
Well, they also,
but that's not why I'm buying it.
But they also have different clips, though. That they'll have different clips that you can use these on a Quest, a Rift S, and everything. So if it's something that they can just add a new clip for, and you can order the clip and then clip it on to the new Quest, I'm just really hoping Oculus kind of wakes up and realizes how important audio is in VR and gives us a good audio solution straight onto the Quest. Those early renders that we saw of the headset, it didn't look like it is going to have, over ear. I mean, the Rift CV1 was fantastic audio. I mean, they had some issues with the ribbon cable and stuff, but why didn't they just fix that and keep that same sound, that same driver, speaker, everything, just fix the issue that they had and push that out on the Rift S and the Quest? It can't be that expensive. I mean, those headphones, you can buy those headphones, the same driver headphones, and they're cheap. They're like Cost Porta Pros or something, I think they were. So it can't be that expensive. I don't know why. They chose this route, but.
And I'm just kind of pissed that it's delayed this long already,
Yeah.
being that we saw a working prototype that long ago. And I know obviously stuff changes over time, but I mean, come on, they already had this developed and worked out. I don't know. I'm a little peeved at it.
So we're getting some people in chat. Me Water said, money spent long ago. My VR ears will probably go straight to my son anyway, since I have the deluxe audio strap, which I do too. I think I was mainly looking forward to using this on Rift S because I do have the deluxe audio strap, or maybe putting on my wife's Quest. Anne said, I'm so glad I canceled this Kickstarter last minute. I will have another headset before this even drops. And that's, I know. Yeah, it stinks. Like, really.
These were developed when Quest dropped, and now it's already discontinued and we're to the next gen, and they're not even out yet. So.
There was like a little gnat flying. That's why you saw me swatting. I forgot that I'm on camera and I'm like swatting it away. Nobody can see a little tiny gnat thing that's flying around, but I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean it's all good. I'll get what I pay for, I'm sure, 10 times over. I'm sure they're going to be nice. But
and Gaming Science Teacher has a point. She said if they were selling this and taking pre-orders, that would be an issue. But when you kickstart something, you're investing in a company and taking a risk, not buying a product, and that's true. So
I agree.
I mean, I'm not upset that. I mean, I'm bummed that it's getting pushed back, but I'm still, I understand that it was a Kickstarter, and I'm still looking forward to the product either way. I can't wait to check it out and see what the audio is going to be like. But
I actually want to use it on my Quest because I keep mine in my Go case because I like to be able to take it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I can't really put, deluxe audio strap on. It's too big for that. So I like that form factor. So for these that they can just clip on and go is really a huge thing for me because I always throw over your headphones on when I play on my Quest. So these would be an awesome addition, and I really look forward to them. But now are they going to work with my new Quest that's coming out here in a couple of days?
I'm hoping so. I don't know if it's coming out in a couple of days. We'll get into that. I may have just screwed myself, though, because the VR wife life just said yay for me. So I guess when I mentioned about putting them on her Quest, I guess they may be getting jacked for me anyway.
There you go.
But I don't know. She would spend a lot more time in her Quest if it was more comfortable. So I think if this new Quest that comes out is going to be more comfortable, we're just going to go ahead and order 2 of them probably, and probably sell her Quest because it won't get used anymore if the new Quest is going to be a lot more comfortable. And then I'm planning on keeping my old Quest just because I do have the deluxe audio strap on and I've done a lot of stuff to it, and I just don't want to get rid of it. So
can't you just open like a VR arcade in your garage at that point if you have 4 of them?
I mean, I don't even know how many headsets I have. Oh man, I should have grabbed the headset you gave me.
Oh yeah, right?
Tyler gave me a headset when I was.
Come on, go get it.
We'll put it in the Discord. Join the Discord. I'll put pictures of it because I don't know how well it'll show up on here, but it's an old retro headset that was really cool.
Off-ear headphones from like 20 years ago on a VR headset. Well, sort of VR headset.
It was really cool.
Right. Anyways,
so what do you want to get into next? We got a bunch of topics to try to get through today.
I know, man.
A lot of things, really.
I know. Oh, can we get into my find of the week? Can we just at least put it on screen?
Come on.
I know. But dude, come on.
Right away.
Come on. It's awesome. How can you hate on puppies?
So this is actually a free download. The link is in the description. It's called Puppy Park. There is a free download if you want to pick this up. The video looks like it's on Quest, so I don't know if it's available to be downloaded side loaded onto Quest, which we're gonna get into that too. But
it's on itch.io for download. But yeah, you just get to basically play with puppies. Come on, man. I don't have a dog, but who doesn't love puppies? Come on.
I got my own puppies. So this is what they say. Do you love puppies? Yes. Do you love VR? Yes. Then pay a visit to our cute, mischievous litter in Puppy Park VR. Play fetch, explore the park, and wind down with our pups in our hyper-casual virtual reality simulator game for the... Oh, it says for the Oculus Quest headset. Okay. So it is for the Oculus Quest, so you're going to sideload, but all right.
Come on, man. It's good stuff.
This is what everybody comes to the show for. This
so good.
Reason anybody watches it.
Whatever.
In other news... Put it on. In other news, Gorn is officially coming to the Quest, which I'm a little bit surprised because this is a super violent, you know. I'm surprised Facebook allowed this to happen. To be a little bit honest, I don't know, but
I think they kind of have to. I mean,
it's a popular game.
Why
not?
Can you stop it from the violence? It's not like it's realism. It is cartoon, so it's not. Super gore. We have other gory games out there in the world that are. A million times worse. So I don't know. I think it's awesome. I think it's going to do great too.
Yeah, I think it will too. Really I think it will. Wireless. And I watched one of the early trailers for this game, like one of the first one that came out. And I don't know that I ever saw it, but it was cracking me up because it was a girl in a Vive headset playing this, and she was just smashing everything in her room. Like she was hitting the guy, smashing the TV, smashing pots on the table. Hard. Yeah, but it was pretty funny. But it'll be good to be wireless so that you don't rip out any cords. You can be away from everything when you're just going full crazy on these dudes in here. So yeah, that's
I
pretty
think
cool.
it's good. I think it's awesome. Yeah.
And also Minecraft. Minecraft is coming to the PSVR.
Right.
Not the Quest yet. This is the old Gear
Not yet.
VR edition trailer, which this was playable on Gear VR. Why do
Yeah.
we not have this on Quest yet?
That's right. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit frustrated with it. I mean, how can't they at this point?
I mean,
come on.
This seems perfect for the Quest. Like this should have been
play
day one.
VR already. It's optimized to play on mobile.
Yeah.
How couldn't they match those two? I don't know. I don't know what their true limitations are, but it doesn't make sense to me. Unless, are we going to see something come alongside with Facebook, whatever, Connect?
It's possible.
Them saying, you know how they always love to release with a game or like, they love to. So
I know Carmack talked about it
a
while ago with the Quest, and I can't remember what the issue was. And I know some of it, can be controls and all of that stuff. But I mean, we played it on the CV1. We played it on the Rift back in the day, and that was actually the first game that made Tyler motion sick a little bit. Was that free locomotion that they used in Minecraft. And
why you gotta bring that up, man?
Well, we talked about it before. It's okay. It's long gone. It was a long time ago. But I mean, that
one time.
I don't know if that's why they're a little bit scared, but I don't know. It just blows my mind that they didn't put more resources to getting this on Quest. I mean, Minecraft is such a huge game. It'd be a system seller.
Right.
Like, what is taking? Just make it happen. It's silly. Come on.
But maybe it is. Maybe that's it's releasing on a PlayStation. Maybe they have plans to release it on this next Quest too. I don't know
if PlayStation is going to be gamepad only. If they're gonna, I'm guessing it's going to be gamepad only. It probably won't be the Move controllers, right? That's what I'm guessing. Not. Yeah, but I mean, on the old CV1, you could actually use the motion controllers and hit the things. I mean, it made so much sense. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yep.
But
good point.
So I think it's coming. I think we'll see it. I really do.
Gear VR still alive? I don't know. I should fire one up.
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure it would still work. Yeah, but they're not making anything for it, obviously. But
I'd probably have to order a new Note 4 battery for my developer kit. But
probably melt to the ground.
Probably work.
Probably. Melt to the ground, but. Yeah, so RenderedRealityvr said Minecraft on Quest would be a big win. They could do it. It has to be licensing. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they already had the licensing for Gear VR, and they had it for the Rift.
Right.
I mean, that trailer showed Minecraft on Gear VR by Facebook or by Oculus before.
They can't come to dollar terms, probably, man.
Yeah, maybe it's got to be something like that. I don't know. It has to be. I mean, Facebook probably wants too big of a cut of the money.
Yeah,
and
share percentage.
Yeah, the developers don't want to do it. I don't know. I mean, obviously Minecraft isn't hurting for money, so they don't care. But
right, true.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not as big as the battle between Apple and Fortnite, man. Is that still going on?
I don't know. I honestly haven't kept up with all that, but I don't know.
Yeah, crazy. That's nuts to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nick Dewar said Horizon is going to probably come out on the new headset, which I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't know. We've talked about Horizon a little bit, and I think it's got potential. I think it does. It's just it's going to take a while to get there. But
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
another one coming to a console not near you, FarCry.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, I was super pumped when I'm like, oh, FarCry coming to VR. I'm like, this is amazing. Like that would be incredible. But nope, we're not getting it. It's only going to arcades.
Yeah,
it's like
it's an exclusive deal with what's that? Zero Latency. I think
Zero Latency.
Yeah, it's an exclusive deal with them. Go ahead.
I just feel like why would they do that and lock themselves into that? I feel like there's not as much money to be made in that, and maybe they're hoping there will be, and that could be. But I feel like if you could sell this to everybody would pick this up. Like FarCry or shooters or anything.
I mean, it looks like the whole experience is built around this arcade. It's built around these guns that they're using, and it's it's definitely built for that. But if they're able to work out some kind of licensing deal with that, like why can't we get an official Far Cry VR on Steam and Oculus? And
my beef with this, right? So if you had this game that you could download, right? Say you go out and download Far Cry right now, play it at home, but you had an arcade somewhere close to you that you could go use those guns and stuff.
Yeah.
I would anyways, like just to use those, So I don't think that it's a great limitation. And again, this is all to do with licensing, I'm sure. But I feel like if they just need to spread themselves out there with how small the industry is currently. I don't know, but maybe they had a really good deal with them.
I mean, when I first saw like an article or whatever about Far Cry, I'm like, oh man, like that would be, huge. Like I was super excited. And then I saw that it was VR arcade only. And I was like, well, that kind of stinks. And I even looked it up, like where all these zero latency arcades are. And there's none close to me. And I was really bummed because I would definitely want to go do this. I would totally want to do this. But I don't know. I mean,
and just for doing it with people and the guns, that experience alone would be awesome. Even if I've played the game at home myself, it's different. So
and it's hard because I mean the arcades are struggling so bad now. So
I get it.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean they need something like this, I guess, big name to get people in there and stuff. But man, it stinks. I want it so bad at home.
I know. PD says he has a 0 latency by him, and but he had to play the last time without his glasses, which sucks. I know you go through that a lot of times too.
I need to get some contacts. I've never had contacts.
That's all I do, man.
The bad thing too, like I know we talked about it before, but like Busch Gardens has a VR theme ride kind of thing where it's big stands that all move around and you're in VR using the HTC Vive. But every time I've been there a couple times, and every time I go in there, you have a faceplate on and it's magnetic, it just snaps on, but everybody touches the lenses, and most people don't know, so you're not supposed to mess with the lenses, but every time they're just all smudged up from fingerprints and stuff. So
and then the next person wipes them off, and then
and a lot of people don't realize, and they go in and they're like, man, this looks like crap, but they don't realize is the lenses are just disgusting. And it's like, so there's really, I don't know, for some things it's hard with an arcade. I feel like if you
these places though are VR arcades, so that's a little, they know what they're doing.
For someone like Busch Gardens or something that they're pushing so many people through, it's just hard to do it, I think. But
except nowadays you probably have to wipe everything down, don't you?
It's not even open. We went to Busch Gardens, and they weren't even doing the ride, which is, I mean, before you had like a plastic headset thing that you put on your head, but it went through a whole sterilization process and they would come back out, so that was before, so I'm sure it would be okay. They would just have to space the seatings or something. I don't know, but
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
I know.
But
it's just too bad. It was a name I got super excited for about 2 seconds, and then sad.
If I get the chance, if I'm ever in an area that has one of those, I'm going to 0 latency.
That's right.
I'm definitely going.
Reckoner just said that he's headed to one, but they won't have FarCry yet. But too bad. But still, it'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. The Void, I would love to go to anything that's a serious VR arcade, but there's nothing close to me. Not even at all close. So
let's get into some HTC talk. Nobody talks about HTC anymore, do they?
Do we have that spinning head in here still?
I forgot about that. That was awesome. That Fluke made for us. I totally forgot about that.
Oh,
man. This is an article about the Vive Focus that somebody, Tech Genius or something like that, came across. Basically, that they're messing around with a Vive Focus and an XR2 chip.
Right.
I
know.
Which would be epic.
Would be. Because Vive does make some really good lenses, some good headsets. They just can't get everything together in one headset. So
yeah.
That's
the thing is,
still with it.
With this XR2 chip, though, you're supposed to be able to run 7 cameras for tracking, which sounds great, but the Vive Cosmos had, 6, and their tracking still sucked. So, the price is probably going to come in at $3,000 or something crazy, but I just get excited because, for one, I want a mobile headset that has the XR2 chip. I think that is going to be a game changer for mobile VR, and I just want Oculus to have some serious competition in this space,
I don't know. Can anybody with these price points that OcuBook is coming out with? I don't whatever it's called nowadays. I don't know. I don't know if anybody can hardly compete because now you're paying for this expensive new chip, all this extra stuff. I don't know. It's going to be hard.
We definitely see with Quest, that $399 price point was something that people paid attention to, and they were a little bit more comfortable buying, instead of something that was $800, $900. I don't know, but
so in the last week or two, just of even me telling people, they're like, "Oh, what headset would you buy? What this and that?" And I say, "There's a new headset coming out. It's probably going to be priced at $299." And I hear kids chime in then, and they're like, "Oh, I could get that. I could get that for Christmas." And then parents are like, "Oh, that would be a great Christmas gift." So right there is proof that price point is what people are thinking for Christmas gifts for kids.
The thing is, with Oculus, they can subsidize all that stuff because they're going to sell so much software. They have their own storefront. Vive has the Vive port and stuff like that, but they don't make as much money as Oculus is making software side. So if they come out with a headset like this, albeit fantastic, that it would be an XR2 chip or something, if they could put all those things together and make a truly awesome mobile headset, it's going to be too expensive, and only certain people are going to be able to buy it because they can't subsidize the money. The company themselves aren't in a financial place that's good enough, to be able to subsidize. Unless they have a store, that like Oculus does, but Oculus already has such a jump and such a leap on them in the storefront aspect. I just don't know how they're going to do it. But talking about people asking, I actually had somebody, a friend at work this past week, he said, so when does the Facebook login stuff start happening with Oculus? And I was like, what? Like he's,
Yeah, how he knew.
Yeah.
Right.
So he said, well, I've been looking to get into headsets. I told him, I was like, well, look, he's like, I don't know what to get. He said, I saw a G2, and then he said, I saw, the Quest. I was like, just wait a little bit. We're going to get announcements for the new Quest this next week. So we're going to know specs wise. I'm sure it's going to work with PCVR as well as the regular stuff. I said, but the G2, I said, G2, you're going to have a gaming PC and a pretty good one. Yeah. I said, but we're getting 3080s announced, releasing in a week or so. I said, so just wait a couple weeks and I'll let you know. I said, I'm going to have the G2. I'm going to have the new Quest when it comes out. Just come over, try everything, see what you want to go with.
Don't lie. Yeah, hold off for just a couple days at least. I know.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I mean, I think this end of this year is going to be huge for VR, and I hopefully HTC isn't done yet.
Right.
So, Tony Digital.
Cheers,
Money
man.
towards your next Quest or coffee, whichever is more important. Oh man, I don't know.
Man. More important? Oh gosh, that's a horrible thing. Like
it's hard to live without coffee on a day-to-day basis.
It's kind of in the title of the show.
Yeah,
it's like
right?
favorite things probably. So I don't know which to say is more important.
A little towards both, half and half.
It's got to be VR though.
5 towards VR, 5 towards coffee.
I dream of VR. I don't dream of coffee. Oh, God. Maybe you have a problem.
Yeah. We actually went and got some coffee this morning. I got a vanilla latte sitting here from there's a local brewery like not far from us, but they have this store that's called the Provision Store. They have a bakery and a coffee shop and everything in there. Excellent coffee. We got some fresh made donuts. Good morning.
I know. Coffee's a problem.
Still got a little bit in there. But,
I still had some good playtime this week. Oh, I can't talk about it. It's not fair.
Yeah, soon, hopefully, about that. But chat is blowing up. I'm having a hard time keeping up.
I know, me too.
Man, there's just so much stuff going on. Improved tracking, presumably.
G2 is the way to go of jumping into VR today. I agree. It's funny, if you read even Oculus forums and stuff, people are like, maybe people like, should I buy the Rift S? And it's like, you might want to buy the G2 on an Oculus group. Come on, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it's seriously, man. This next week is really. I mean, it's going to be a big week. We're going to get into Apple stuff, and we can probably go ahead and do some of that. Rizzle Rock, he said, since Tony made you choose.
Right? Cheers, dude. Yeah,
awesome.
That's horrible to choose. That really is.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and get into some Apple stuff a little bit, because I think this could be a big game changer. And Apple is one company that could give Facebook a run for their money, right? I mean, HTC is going to have a hard time doing it. Apple could do it.
I know. So I think from talking with you earlier, too, you're on the train now of thinking this is going to be an all-in-one glasses thing maybe, too, right?
I think so.
A dual-purpose AR, VR thing. And I think that's the only way that Apple's going to be able to do it.
Yeah,
I really
if you see in the render there, you see it's like an AR glasses with basically blackouts or screens or whatever that go on. It puts you into VR, close off the outside world. Right. That makes sense. And I mean, we know that Apple has been working on AR and VR stuff. However, they're going to, roll that out. We know they've been working on it. We've seen patents, we've seen the VR tracking patents and location stuff in your room and all that stuff. We've seen a lot of stuff. And I think now may be the time to start releasing at least some information out into the public, right?
Right. I agree. Yep. 100%. I think they stand a chance to make VR huge as well, as does this next headset from Facebook. Mm-hmm. But I think this is going to be huge if it becomes accessible to consumers. And I think it will be. Apple's not going to make a product that's, prosumer even hardly. It's going to be consumer. Yeah. And I think that's going to be a great thing. Am I going to buy it? I don't know. I'm not an Apple fan, but I like the idea of it. I may be able to talk the wife into this because she loves Apple stuff. Yeah. So maybe I'll talk her into it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not excited for it, but I'm excited for their release. And I think they are going to outdo Facebook by coming in a little early too.
Yeah, they're the day before.
I think Facebook is scared, man. I mean, we know Facebook has been working on AR stuff as well. And I really think we're going to see a lot of AR stuff at Facebook. And I think they're both trying to beat each other to the punch.
Yeah,
I do.
I think, honestly, I think there's potential that Facebook could announce an AR headset as well. We saw that box that was the AR VR box, the XXR box or whatever it was, and it looked kind of big, and we don't know what it is, or even if it's 100% true. But I think that it is the time. And I think that the future is kind of an AR VR mix of, you know, you do both. One headset does both. And, you know, Apple is in a good place of, you know, they're a huge company. They have tons and tons of money, just like Facebook, but they have a lot of reach. They have a big following. They're in the cell phone market, so they could, you know, pair this with a cell phone. They could sell these as a bundle deal with cell phones, with new iPhones
use
that
the
come
processing
out.
from the phone. You know, it doesn't have to be an independent headset.
Right.
Yep.
There's lots of options of things they could do. And I think that I think they could seriously be a competitor in this space. I think they've been working on it for a long, long time. I think they hopefully have perfected a lot of the things that maybe some smaller companies, you know, Magic Leap and stuff like that, maybe some things that they have had trouble with. But I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's going to be very interesting, I think.
I agree. And Reckoner kind of said what I think, too. I'm not convinced Apple will release a purely VR headset. Right. AR makes sense for them. On my mind, VR doesn't. And I agree. I think it's going to be an AR headset. And I am hopeful for a VR add-on. And I think there will be a VR add-on, and it may not be a release either. I do think it's coming, though. Yeah. I think it's kind of the way of the world. And if you have the AR technology, you already have the VR technology because they basically use all the same stuff. It's just your screens are different. You know, you have a pass through when it comes to AR and stuff. Yeah. So, and yes, it may not be as crisp and stuff in maybe the terms of our VR world, but I think it would be doable as an add-on. But yeah, I think it'll be AR.
My thing is if they like the thought of AR VR being the same thing, you know, you can do both in one headset. If Apple launches this product, and because nobody really has a mainstream AR product, you know, nobody does yet, right? So if Apple can come out with one and they have the jump on the market, even above Facebook and other people that we know are working on them too, you know, and eventually these technologies merge, you know, if Apple has the AR lead, it's going to be just like Facebook right now has the VR lead. It's hard for anybody else to catch up, you know, but if they can get the AR lead, and it's hard for anybody to catch up, and it eventually merges into a headset that does both, you know, even like in Gary's book, The Memory Engine, you know, that's how it works in his book. You know, the headsets will do pass through AR as well as full closed off VR. And I think that's what's going to happen in the future, but because there's such a purpose for both of them, you know, and they can work together well, I think, once the technology's there.
Yeah. Even in like enterprise, you know, if you have pass-through cameras where 1 second you're in VR and the next you take them off and you're in AR and you're in your desk and you still have pop-ups, but then you can go back into a conference or something, like stuff like that is.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, in the world, the direction the world's going, it all makes so much sense. It really does with all the what's happened in 2020. So Nocturnal Wolf says there are people starting to queue outside Apple stores for the AR glasses. Tell me I'm wrong. Is there like people already lining up at Apple stores or something?
Probably.
Huh, I don't know. That's crazy.
That hype is real for some people. I don't get into the whole Apple stuff. I just don't like some of it.
Apple's got some crazy hype. Alakazam, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Said Samsung is making one also. And there's so many companies that are going to be fighting for a piece of this market. The one
I really would love to get my hands on, though, is the Nreal stuff. I really do. Just because they're dabbling in all this now too with the VR even. So
they talked about a VR add-on, and I like it. I like the form factor. They just look like sunglasses. You know, that's
with just a single cord and stuff. Which, I mean, if you're wearing wired headphones, what's the difference anyways?
And Aquatic Borealis says, doesn't Sony technically have the lead in VR? I don't know anymore, do they? I mean, I know for a long, long time they did. I don't really know at this point who has the lead of I mean, I think Facebook has gotten a big, a jump at least from having the Quest. I mean, that's been huge for Facebook.
I mean, to me, when I talk to any random person who isn't into VR like us, that's all they know is Oculus and Facebook and the Quest. And maybe PlayStation VR if their kids are into PlayStation stuff. But that's the extent of it from just a regular Joe Schmo who doesn't like VR.
I'm still hoping that Sony comes out with a PSVR 2 that'll do mobile and plugged in. I'm hoping that because I mean they've done plenty of mobile stuff, so if they can pull it off good enough, how it'll work standalone as well as plugged into a PSVR. I mean a PlayStation 5. I think that'll give they could be some serious competition as well for Facebook.
I don't think Sony leads in VR. I think they just lead in sales of headsets.
That's what he said in sales. I mean and probably because so many people bought the PSVR 2 because they already had a PlayStation 4. So technically, yes, they probably have sold the most headsets, I would imagine, probably. And I don't know what all the numbers are. And I don't think Facebook has even released any information as far as how many headsets they've sold or any of that kind of stuff. But,
I don't know, nor will it.
It's hard
probably.
to say. I mean, I guess unless you include Gear VR stuff, they sold a ton of those,
Right.
but I don't think that counts. A lot of those,
it's under
free with
Oculus
headsets and
software,
stuff.
though.
Yeah,
Right.
so I don't know, but
I don't know.
we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But,
So on a cheaper note side of headset, can we talk about the open source stuff? Because this really is up my alley.
yeah,
I
this is
love
pretty
this
cool,
kind of
actually.
stuff.
I'm going to go to the browser
know.
for this. Hopefully I have it open, and I do. Yeah, so this is basically a company that you can make your own VR headset for around $200, and it's all open source. He said, I'm Max, and when my best friend Gabriel Kambe and I were 15 years old, we built our own VR headset because we couldn't afford to buy one. It became, I guess you pronounce it Relativity, one of the world's most popular open source VR headsets. Has anybody done this? Has anybody in chat or anything? Has anybody built
awesome,
this?
Man. I love this. This is great. I think we need more of this. We really do.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it in like the drone world where all the original drones were DIY. You build them yourself, basically.
Right.
So I don't know why you couldn't with this kind of stuff too. And I think it's great. I mean, the stuff's out there. The cost has come down on all this stuff.
Yeah,
It's
and I mean,
awesome.
I
love this, man.
fully supports Steam VR. They said you can use different screens, like you can basically use whatever screen you want.
Well, and the cool fact to me is you can upgrade it. Just like we always talk how cool it would be to have modules. This is your module. You want to upgrade the screen to better screens, you do it yourself.
It says right here. So Relativity headset runs 2K dual display at 120 frames per second, which is awesome. However, because of the open nature, you can use any display as long as your computer is able to handle it, from more affordable 90 hertz 1080p screens to 4K panels.
Yep.
Somebody's got to be doing this. Like, I feel like all the people in our Discord, like there's some super technical people in our Discord and stuff. And I'd be surprised if somebody hasn't dabbled in this or plans to, you know what I mean? So there's downloads, how to build files. There's a Discord server that they have. And they're looking to get into some more to expand this too. I know I saw that they were hiring. I think they have plans to sell these or something. I can't remember what all I read,
but everyone in chat's kind of like, I don't understand it. No tracking, not worth it, which I get all that, but it's a DIY build it yourself kind of thing. It's not going to be the top of the line.
No.
Yeah.
It's just for people that like to tinker. Basically.
Right, exactly. Yep, which I love to build stuff. So for me, I really like this. I get it. It's not going to be my go-to headset, obviously.
But if you could build this thing and put it on and actually it works, like that's a pretty rewarding experience that you...
Sure.
I mean, for these people, when they were 15 years old and they built this thing from scratch, that's really impressive, right?
It's cool. I know. Yep. Yeah, and I don't think there won't be tracking. So yes, but it works with Steam, so you'd have to have base stations and wands or index controllers.
Sorry,
you just like messing with yourself. So weird.
Moving on.
but yeah, I mean it's exactly. It's not going to be your index. It's not going to be your yes, a Quest is probably better to put money into, but it's just the fun factor. Like
I think it's cool.
You have kids and you want to build a VR headset with them. It's awesome.
Yeah,
super cool.
I don't know that I could do this, but it looks really awesome. I mean, I'm sure I could if I put the time into it, but it's cool. And I don't have the time. If I did, I would definitely, like if I was retired or something, I would totally try and do this. I think that'd be awesome.
You're not retired?
I sure wish, but I think I still, just tired. Just leave off the part, and I'm just tired.
Exactly. Why we drink coffee.
Yep, that's right. But it is cool. I mean, it is really cool. Yeah. I don't know.
No, we can't talk about Puppy Park again. No.
Oh, why not? I did want to talk about Grapple Tournament.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Sure.
This is kind of cool,
I agree.
and a lot of people are doing the grapple kind of stuff in VR because it is so much fun and it works really well. This is going to be I forget where is this coming to. I believe Steam. I think it is available to wishlist on Steam. This is alpha footage, but it looks really cool. It's the cell shaded. Yeah, it's that cell shaded look. It reminds me like of Borderlands 2. Yeah, I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like the multiplayer aspect of it. It's fast paced. I love it. It reminds me too how now I can't think of it. The running one on side quest. Hyperdash.
Hyperdash, yeah.
Kind of like the play speed and stuff of that a little bit. I think, and which I love that fast paced stuff, and I think a lot of people do, and we don't have a lot of that really in VR. And I don't know why.
There's more coming. There's a lot of it in the works, it seems like, but
sure.
Yeah, so this is saying it's going to be single player, online PvP, online co-op, supports Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality. I mean, it's going to be early access, but it says it's planned to come Q4 this year. I just think it looks cool. I like the art style. I think the art style is fun in VR, and then the grappling aspect is always fun.
So Scion, let me see, wanted to talk about the grip sale.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's an even cheaper sale because there's a free code in chat right now. So if you guys are in chat watching us live, that's even cheaper yet. So
$3.
Yep, $3. But it is on sale, I think, for like $4 or something.
Yeah, like $3.99 or something
right
crazy
now?
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah. I know.
Get out of there. Oh man, that little gnat just went in my cup. Get out of there. Okay, good. We're good. You came back out. I can drink it again.
I can't take this guy. How have I been friends with you for this long?
I have no idea. But let's get into Facebook Connect a little bit. And well, first off, somebody explain this to me. Can we figure this out together?
So you thought, right, it was XXR, right?
Yeah, it plays mind tricks on me every time I look at it.
So I brought it up and I'm like, it's not XXR. I'm like, yes, it looks like it, but it's AR VR to me. I mean, obviously we know that's where they're going. That's the direction they've been working towards. So it's perfect time to come out with AR headset, VR headset, mixed reality. They're combining the letters. I'd say it's AR VR. I would love to know what everyone thinks in chat.
Help us figure this out.
We kind of debated this before, but I think it's AR VR to me.
Yeah, I think it probably is because there's another image, and I didn't grab that one, that shows the two triangle shapes, two different colors. So then it more looks like AR VR. This one, to me, just glancing up at it, I see XXR. I think you're probably right. I think it's going to be AR VR. This is Facebook's logo. This is the logo that's starting to go around. We're starting to see this different places. So we think this is going to be related to Facebook Connect, obviously. Yeah, I think it's going to be AR VR. I should have grabbed the other one that shows the two different colors because that shows it a little bit better. But so, I mean, even them saying it, if this is AR VR, that even lends more towards them at least talking about what they're doing AR, if not possibly announcing a product. We're all anticipating the Quest 2 coming out, right? We know there's a new headset that's most likely a Quest headset. Sure. We know that's coming, but they could still surprise us with a completely other product that we aren't expecting to drop, and that could happen, right?
Right. I agree. Yeah, I really think it's coming. Or we're going to get a true pass-through wireless standalone headset that is AR, that is VR.
Yeah.
Are you reading chat?
Yeah, Vindaloo says, logo says sexy time to me.
No, it says with the streets of Amsterdam, the XXX like neon signs is what it looks like to me. That's when I first
Scion
saw
said,
it.
I see XXXR.
So Greg's VR makes a good point. The logo is a fail if you can't get it straight away. And I kind of agree with that a little bit. You can't really just look at it and be like, I don't understand it, or what is that?
But if they go with the two-tone color one, I think you will.
Sure.
I think if they keep it all, the two triangle shapes both same color, I think it'll be a little bit confusing. But when they mix it up and they change the colors, it more clearly shows AR VR or AVR. Yep. I don't know how you would really.
Yep. I know. But yeah, I think everyone seems to agree that it's AR and VR, it seems like, in chat. And I kind of would too.
I think it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, but even that box, that shipping box, it was all one color, which I agree. It should be separate colors. I don't know why they went with the one color.
And gaming science teacher said XXR versus AR VR. I don't know. I mean, it could just, she said, I like immersive technology, but I mean, they call it XR as well. XR is a term for
mixed reality.
Yeah, mixed reality, AR, VR. So it could still be XXR. I just don't know why it would be two X's unless they just don't want to be the same as, I don't know. It's weird. We'll find out for sure. So.
Yep. Unless you're just doing totally new branding, Maybe the headset's going to be called the Oculus XXR or Facebook XXR headset. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. I don't
know.
Who knows? Also, I want to get into a little bit about the Carmack tweet. So he said he just rewatched his OC6 talk from last year, and there's definitely some foreshadowing of things to be announced next week, but many of the challenges and pain points for me still remain unresolved. What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, which ones of what he said are the ones that are on point? I don't know either.
I'm going to go back through this week before, and I'm going to rewatch his keynote. I watched it last year, but I don't remember what all he touched on. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Carmack isn't even full-time anymore, right? So I mean, he's going to be giving us a talk at Facebook Connect or whatever we want to call it, which is good because his talks are usually pretty interesting and they're not scripted. He just goes off the cuff, the whole time, which is awesome. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll find out those details of what he's talking about right here, but there's some things that he talked about that are basically going to be announced next week.
Right. And a lot of them too that he made towards especially the end of that keynote, because I remember specifically, he looked back in time then and said, where should we be and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are the challenges that we still haven't met anything yet. Which I kind of get, because all of that was very future foreshadowing. And I think they thought we were going to be closer than we were with things.
Everybody did though back in the
day. Right. I mean, just how quick it was accelerating, when the original guys were in it and developing it. But we can't really stay on that pace.
I'm pretty sure he did talk about Minecraft last year, though. Wasn't that last year that he was talking about some of the Minecraft stuff with Quest?
Yeah,
I believe it was last
right.
year. So I don't know.
Right.
That could be something that gets
Minecraft's
announced.
Coming, man. I really think they're gonna.
So too.
They love to drop those big headset announcements or what they're working on, big games coming, or releasing things together like that. I mean, they're huge sales things. It's what Xbox did with Halo, originally. Right. You have to have a big title with a headset to make it something epic. And I think they're going to. I really do.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to know which ones are. I need to go back and actually rewatch it. I tried to rethink the whole thing, but I couldn't think of it. But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think that this, is going to be huge this week. Like we've talked about, we're probably going to do a live stream after the fact. So after Facebook Connect, Oculus Connect, come back to the channel to hang out with us and talk about all the stuff that happened, everything that got announced. We don't know exact time yet. It'll probably be around 6:00 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern U.S. time. So definitely come hang out with us for that. But I think that it's going to be pretty big. I mean, I think we're going to get some AR. We're going to get some VR. This was like their little opening thing from last year. Also, we've already started to find out some of the terms of service stuff that have changed. We want to get into that a little bit. With some of the developer side things, it looks like that is going to start being affected. Back early on, you could make a developer account with Oculus relatively easy. You just go in, say you're a developer, give them your email, and you can make an account. Yep. And that was how you put your Quest into developer mode. That was how you were able to sideload things and everything else. They're changing that where you have to basically give some kind of proof, but right now it seems like it's just credit card information or phone number, right?
Right. Which basically typically how like the developers work, a lot of times, I think it's even on Steam, you have to pay $100 to even become a developer. So I think they're kind of pushing that route, and that's why they want a card and stuff. Because you do have to pay for like approval processes and all that stuff. So I think that's kind of why they're doing that, and maybe they're hoping that scares a lot of people away. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. When I first read that, I was like, oh crap, here goes. Like side quest is going to be done, But we know earlier in the year, Facebook said they were working on a way to, incorporate those games that don't make it to the official quest and make those still accessible. And as far as we can tell, they are officially working with SideQuest, and SideQuest is going to have some kind of official capacity with the quest to be able to play those games. We don't know what that's going to look like yet. So it doesn't look like they're completely trying to shut them out and shut them down, because they could. If they wanted to, they could. It looks like that's not the route they're going to go, but there's all kinds of stuff changing with the terms of service and stuff. I've gotten 2 or 3 emails talking about future updates that are coming, and
I still just want a separate area marketplace app inside of Oculus to get these kinds of things. Give us, a sideload app, game, whatever section. I don't care, that is this kind of stuff. I mean, don't knock them out. I mean, if you're not going to do it yourself, let somebody else do it.
And that's what it sounds like they're going to do. That's what I just don't know what, if it's going to be an app on the Quest that you go to go to SideQuest and you can download stuff. I don't know how they're going to do it yet. That's what I'm curious to see. And hopefully we get that announced. But some of the stuff we're seeing in some of the terms of service stuff is, I even read that, with enabling hand tracking, that they are able to record the size of your hands. And they store that information. Like they store the, so I mean, there is going to be a lot of information going forward, especially once we get into the facial tracking, eye tracking. There's going to be so much information that they are going to store on us for who knows what reason. But
do you think all this is coming because we're getting something new drop now with Facebook Connect?
Yeah, I mean, it could have something to do with hand tracking, if it is going to be some AR headset, you're going to be doing pinch things to move around your stuff. But
but if they have this new headset that they may drop on us, they have to have all this stuff in order, all their legal paperwork, that when you log into that or use that or sign an agreement, that everybody's on the same board. So are we getting all these because we're going to get something? I'm hoping so. I mean, I don't think this timing is just generic or for no reason. You know what I mean? So
it makes sense for sure. But I mean, go ahead.
GT, cheers. I just want to say cheers, GT from across the pond. Bunch of guys from across the pond, right?
Yeah, Reckoner across the pond. Yeah, I'm
Greg's,
sure a lot of other people are too.
Absolutely, PD.
Yeah, somebody mentioned about MRTV putting out a thing this morning about some of the terms of service, and they're atrocious. And he did make a post on YouTube talking about a lot of their stuff. I mean,
they have cameras that track things now. I mean, come on, you have to have something because it's getting used, maybe not recorded, but at least used. So there's a lot of legal things they have to cover their
but I mean, they're even talking about local storage, talking about websites that you view through the Oculus browser that'll all be recorded and saved and everything else.
We know.
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's still creepy because it's Facebook. We've talked about this a bunch. A lot of people are jumping ship, which I can't blame them. If you want to jump ship, I understand.
Yeah, you're signing your life away, basically.
But I mean, the bad thing is almost anything online, it does that nowadays. It's just crazy. I mean, the thing is like all this information that they're saving right now, like I don't know that it really makes that much of a big difference right now. It's what they're able to do with all that information in the future. As future technologies start to emerge, all of that information. I mean, it's one thing, to be on the internet and you save your cookie history and all that stuff and what websites you visit. If you're
close to this,
if you're searching for a new bed, they record that because then they're going to advertise new beds to you. They're going to sell that information to bed makers that are going to advertise. But what are you going to use the size of my hands for? Where my gaze goes.
How long?
How my
look at
how my face. I mean, that's where it does start to get a little bit creepy. It really does. I mean,
it does.
You're going to be able to take target advertising to a whole new level, and who knows what else. I mean, who knows what else they'll use it for? But I mean, literally, if you're in a game and there is advertising or there's a billboard in a game and, they see that you look at that billboard and read the whole billboard for 10 seconds, they're like, well, they're interested in this product that was on the billboard. Let's push this to their, every single ad, that pops up. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's a future problem, I think, that is going to get worse. It's hard right now. I don't know, because I don't worry about it too much right now. It just worries me about the future of what that'll entail of all this information that I've allowed them to have. I don't know.
Now it's escaping me because I'm thinking about too many things, but the HBO show with the game I always talk about.
Oh, yeah. I know. Well, I can't think of it.
I'm locked up, man. I don't know. But
Westworld.
Westworld. Good call. Thank you. And it is exactly like that. Like if you have that fear instilled in you, or you don't get what we're talking about, please watch Westworld, because it is 100% what it's going to be like. And that is a fear, especially with Facebook. They are going to be Westworld. I mean, it is a giant theme park essentially. So and that records everything. Like, oh my gosh, man, it's happening. But I'm in. I mean, I'll be cattle. I don't care. I mean, I have to try it. I mean, for science, obviously. But I mean, I don't know, man.
I think my problem is that I'm so into VR that I'm willing to give up, because I've never had a Facebook account. I've never used Facebook. I have, a Facebook account that's just, a generic nothingness that they could block someday. I've had that for a long time. Mainly now I use it for the marketplace, to look things that are for sale in the area and stuff like that.
Sure.
I think if it wasn't for how much I'm into VR, I would be like, screw that. I'm not doing that. And I wouldn't. But I'm so into VR that I want the new Quest. So I'm going to end up getting the new Quest, even though, that I don't necessarily agree with giving them all of my information. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. But I'm just addicted, I guess. I don't know.
I know. M4 Twa says it's a trap. And essentially it is. I mean, that's why they're giving out headsets for cost or whatever.
$299,
Right, exactly. So I get
Anne
it.
says to make proper fitting controllers for the average person. Possibly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but
big hands, big gloves.
Somebody said, Alakazam said, "I work in cyberspace. Trust me, it's not just Facebook," and that's true.
Oh, yeah,
it's everybody. I think that Facebook just got a bad rap for how they handle the information and who gets the information. I think that's part of the problem, is how private these companies keep the information they get.
Their reach, man. I mean, everybody has Facebook almost on their phone. They browse it and do all this, spend so much time in it.
Yeah, I mean, if the Facebook app is on your phone, I'm pretty much sure that you gave them permission to have access to anything on your phone. Yeah, like pictures, whatever. You've given them. I mean, it's just, it's a future problem that there's going to have to eventually be some more legislation around and stuff. I think. I don't know. I mean, that's above me, but.
Oh yeah, and that's so far behind. It's going to get too far ahead that legislation isn't going to be able to keep up with it, man, at a point.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I know. It's a scary topic that I try not to get into, because at one point I'm like, I don't care. But at the other, it's like, then somebody needs to do something about it. I don't care because I enjoy VR too much that I'm not going to stay out of it because of it.
Yeah, that's
do I stay off Facebook
problem.
and stuff? Yes, I do. I don't get on Facebook. There's nothing good on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just like nothing good happens after 1 a.m. It's the same principle in my.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't get it. Because I know too much about it, probably.
Yeah,
the people that don't know what they do, they don't care. So.
Yeah, and so OK Display said, empty account doesn't mean they don't know you. And that's true. Like, I have an account that doesn't even have my picture on it or anything, but there's still an app on my phone. So they still know exactly who I am. They have access to all the stuff on my phone. But I mean, almost, I don't know, it's just a hard way around things nowadays. It's just like almost forced upon you because, I don't know, especially if you're into VR. And I mean, I don't know, it's just difficult.
I know. Okay, so with, an OC6 video playing, what else do you think we're going to see at Connect? Do you think we're going to get a monster game come out with this headset? I saw somebody mention Medal of Honor. Are we going to see big stuff dropping or coming or gameplay or stuff with headsets?
Yeah,
do you think there's anything we're going to get? We don't really know of any big games coming other than Medal of Honor that
there's a decent amount.
Oculus.
Yeah, strictly Oculus. That's true. Right. I mean, every Facebook Connect, they talk about some developers that they're working on basically some exclusive games. Medal of Honor, we found out about at either the last Connect or the Connect before that. I don't remember. But I think there's going to be some big stuff. I mean, we know they have the money. We know they have the means to invest into gaming. I don't know that we're going to see any more PCVR exclusive stuff like Medal of Honor. That deal was made before Quest was out and all that stuff. So I think that may be the last PCVR exclusive that's not coming to Quest.
I don't know if I technically agree with that, though, because I feel like headsets coming from here on forward are all going to be PCVR headsets as well.
Yeah,
I don't think they're abandoning
Link or something. Yeah,
correct.
I think you
whether
could be right.
wireless or Link. I don't think they're abandoning PCVR. It's not maybe their focus for mass market, but I feel like it's there because why would they cut that off?
But do you think they're going to invest in a game that's going to be PCVR only?
Are they going to invest in a game or a company? Yeah, I do, because we see big games that are releasing on both.
Yeah, but
that are maybe optimized.
It's both. That's what I mean. Like, is there going to be another game that's strictly PCVR that doesn't have a Quest version as well? I don't think so.
Because they're not focusing on that anymore. They're focusing on an all-in-one headset. So all their games here on out have to be all-in-one. I feel
Lone
like.
Echo. That's a good one. Lone Echo 2. That could be definitely something we see for sure. At least more information on it and probably a release date. I think that makes sense. That if that game's close to being ready, which I have to imagine it is, it totally makes sense to launch that at Facebook Connect, Oculus Connect.
Okay, so my question for you and everybody else, if we're going to see one, is released coming up here or soon or in the next week or two, do you think we're going to have one? Will it be Lone Echo 2? Will it be Medal of Honor, or will it be Minecraft?
I don't know. I think, and somebody
They're
else,
going to drop one.
Somebody else mentioned as well the Boneworks game, the Boneworks Quest version, whatever that was called. I can't remember what they were calling it, but
maybe
that could be. We haven't heard anything about that. That could be pretty big.
They're going to release an exclusive though. They usually always release some type of exclusive something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Lone Echo 2 is a good guess. I think Medal of Honor is, they said holiday season. I think that's going to be around Christmas time, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, somewhere around there. I think that's when we'll get the Medal of Honor release. They'll probably talk about Medal of Honor though. They're probably going to talk about it and maybe
they definitely will.
And they're going to talk about the technology. They always talk about the technology, the future technology, Half Dome stuff. They talked about that. I don't know. I think they're going to talk more about facial tracking. I think they're going to talk about, realistic avatars, eye tracking stuff. I think we're going to see all that kind of stuff at Connect this year, I think.
Sure.
So
I truthfully, I think we're getting Minecraft. I really do. I mean, with the PlayStation release and stuff, I feel like I'm hopeful. I mean, I'm just surprised if we wouldn't. I'd be very surprised if we don't see a release of it, because if it's running on PlayStation, they have to be close or working on other platforms. I think it's coming. I hope. I don't know. A lot of people are saying Medal of Honor.
Yeah, I think it's too early. I hope so,
I do
because I want that game so
bit.
bad. I want a heads up on that game though. I want a release date when that game is coming out, because I want to take a day or two off of work. So I don't want a surprise drop on that game. I want to know about it ahead of time.
I agree.
That is my hope for that, at least. But Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of what Facebook or Oculus Connect has been in the past is talks. You know, they do a lot of talks about what's, you know, future technology, you know, how they've gotten to where they're at from, you know, where they were before. So I think that's what we're going to see a lot of. I think isn't Oculus Connect usually 2 days, if I remember right? And I think this is all going to be packed into 1 day this year. I can't remember. I think it was 2 days.
Because the event's held different, it's probably not 2 days. They're not going to drag it out. You know, they don't have a big convention and stuff, so
right.
I don't know why they would. They're going to do one packed event with all their stuff in it, probably.
Yeah. So RenderedRealityvr said, I wonder if Half Dome, etc., is going to play a big part. Is Half Dome now going to be incorporated into future standalone headset, or do Facebook still have an awesome PCVR headset planned? I sure hope they have another PCVR headset planned. I don't think so, though. I'm in the boat like we talked about. I think it's going to be a new Quest headset that does both. I don't think they're going to have a 3-tiered thing anymore of a Go, Quest, and a Rift. I think it's going to be, whether they call it something else, they might not call it Quest anymore. It might not be called Quest 2. It might be something completely different, which makes sense if they're going to go the route of a one headset fits all kind of category. Maybe they call it the XXR or something. I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all in one. I don't think they're going to, honestly, I think Half Dome, that whole concept was dropped. I really do.
Well, I think I don't know that it was ever going to be a product. I think it was more of a test bed.
It's a concept.
You know? I think that was where they tested, you know, the screen that moves in and out, you know, varifocal displays and all of that technology.
That got kicked out because that's old, because now we know we can just do it with eye tracking and rendering inside the screen.
Yeah, but I listened to a big talk about that, and they were saying that it still wasn't as good as having the screens that actually moved and stuff. And so I don't know, but that led into further deeper dive into varifocal display, you know, and all that.
Then you have motors and the sound from it and stuff. And if something fails, I think
the technology, though, I think it'll eventually make it into a headset. I think the things that they've worked on in Half Dome, I think will eventually make it. You know, they use, as far as I know, they used Half Dome for facial tracking testing and stuff, the modules that were on there. And I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with something in the near future that has the face tracking stuff. And, you know, for the meetings and all the things in VR that need to take place nowadays, because you can't do them in person, you know, that would add a lot to a personal meeting with somebody, you know, discussing business plans and stuff, you know, to have realistic avatars with facial tracking, your mouth move, even in Horizons, you know, people have talked about being in Facebook Horizons and that game and feeling like they were more connected with those people because that avatar had facial, not movement tracking, but movement. Yeah, the eyes would move, the mouth would move when you talk.
Absolutely.
Even though it's not one-to-one, it still felt more realistic. So I think they know that there's a push that needs to go, you know, that direction. And I think we'll see some of that. But
I do. I don't think we're going to see it yet. I think it's going to be in their future talks, would be my guess.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see a
you know, with this headset, this price point, all that, there's no way we're getting anything like that. There's no way. You know, and I know some of the rumors that the 855, which, you know, we talked about, I think, on last week's show or the week before. I would love to see that. I think that's where it needs to be. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we will because of the price, but I hope. I'm
telling you, though,
that would be amazing.
They can supplement that, though. The amount of money they're going to make in sales and selling your data.
Right. No, I agree. And selling it at that price over time, then the price of the chip comes down in manufacturing and it evens out. And I get all that. But
I mean, I'm going to say it right now. There is no way that's going to have an 835 in it. I hope. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I don't think it's going to have an 835. I think that it's going to at least have an 855. Doesn't make sense to do an 845 even. The 835 was already optimized to be similar to what I think an 845 was anyways, you know, because they could cut off a lot of the fat from being in a cell phone, stuff it didn't need to run and need to do.
There's no bloatware running.
Yeah, so if they can run an 855, it's still a cheap price point at this point, you know, and they can optimize that further from what an 855 runs on your phone. It makes sense. I would love to see something like the XR2 chip in it, but I don't know that that's going to happen because it's too expensive. But it would really future-proof themselves, I think, and it would be a product they could, you know. I mean, how long? We've had the Quest. Well, how long have we had the Quest? The Quest came out last May.
Year and a half?
Or was
it's got to be a year and a half at this point. It's got to be a year and a half. No.
I lose track of time so bad. So, I mean, if they did an XR2 chip somehow, some way, if they were able to pull that off, I mean, I would think at least be able to future-proof themselves for at least a solid 2 years, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start seeing mobile VR headsets be more like cell phones. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised.
The only way I could see that is if they were really scared of what Apple was coming out with. Yeah. That's the only way, because Apple will push that boundary because theirs will be connected to a cell phone that can have 5G in it, that can do those kinds of things. So there is
5G
potential.
is going to play a big part, I think.
Sure it will. So if Apple can do that, stream to glasses or something, and they're afraid of that, maybe they have been pushing that. But I just think at that price point, it's not going to happen.
And I don't know. I mean, like the 835 has been absolutely amazing in what it's been able to do. So if they can come out with 855, even like Call Me Jay said, the increased AI capacity on the 855 will be massive. They could do AI image upscaling, essentially like DLSS.
Sure.
They've shown working software, and they've been working on a DLSS kind of a thing, an upscaling kind of a thing. So yeah, I don't know.
I know. We won't get that 8K though.
No, probably not. But
gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I feel like we are going to get a little bit blown away by this headset. I feel like we're going to get something really good coming up in the next couple days.
I'm scared to get too excited because every Oculus Connect, I get super excited. And sometimes I'm pretty disappointed that, even F8, the one F8, I thought for sure was going to release the Quest and all that stuff.
Right. My favorite, though, was when Index got dropped. That day, I remember where I was when those streams were going on and stuff. I remember all of it. Like,
me too.
That day still gives me goosebumps, man. That was like, ooh. That was big for me.
Yeah, that's true too. Control Labs, I forgot about them. Bought by Facebook is a neural interface. That was the wrist one.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They have so many tricks up their sleeve. I think they've bought in so many companies that
patents.
They have the technology they've been working on behind closed doors is probably pretty amazing, So I mean, they got the money.
We always see what like Zuckerberg's been testing. We saw like the old school hand tracking.
Yeah, that was hand tracking. Right. Yeah, early on.
That was the early. Right, yeah. They've got all that information probably from that. So you never know what they're working on, and Facebook Labs, or what isn't that what it's called? Facebook
Reality Labs, I think.
Yeah, Reality Labs. I mean, could you imagine to be a fly on that wall? I would just love to go there.
What do you think about? Reckoner said, "I'm hoping Valve will drop a bomb on the day of Facebook Connect. What if they drop a wireless adapter?" They do. Could you
imagine what this week would be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
They like to steal thunder. I mean, they've done it before. They like to steal the thunder. So
they do, and I hope they do. I hope they do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype this week, so much. But so, do you think we're getting a pre-order? Do you think next week will be announcement of this new Quest headset, whatever it may be? Do you think that'll be pre-order available? I think we saw leaks from early on of an October, what was it, October 13th or something like that. It was one of those kind of like Walmart things where somebody had it listed before it was supposed to be listed, and it had a release date of 10/13, I think. Yeah, October 13th.
I think that's a possibility because I feel like, they're going to say, here's the headset for pre-order right now. You can go pre-order it, and then that's the ship date. I feel like that could be truthful.
I think that could be
I really do.
Well. I think pre-order dates. I think that there may... I don't know. I almost feel like people are starting to get these packages maybe showing up. I don't know.
Right.
I think a pre-order. I think a pre-order is very likely announcement, and I think a 10/13 is the date. I think it'll. I
haven't got my box yet, which is a little sad. I'm still waiting on my XXR AR VR box to show up on my doorstep.
Yeah,
but
right. That'd be nice.
So good though. I know.
I don't know. I mean, it's just so excited for this week, and definitely, come hang out with us afterwards because we're gonna get into everything that's announced. Because all of right now is mostly speculation. There's a little bit of information that we kind of know, and there's mainly that the 64 gig model is gonna potentially cost $299, 256 gig $399. That's what we're looking at. Which one are you gonna pre-order?
The small one. I've never had an issue, man. I never had.
I don't know. So Reckoner VR, thank you. He said $5 super chat. He said it's not often I get to watch a live show, so I thought I should give you guys a tip. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Thank you for great guy.
Seriously appreciate that. Yeah, pick up his book. Seriously,
I know, right?
The book is so good. If you haven't already picked it up, I actually have it on my phone. I bought it, the digital copy through Kindle, and I have the physical copy. So sometimes, when I get a minute at work while I'm eating my lunch, sometimes I'll read through a chapter on my phone, and then I'll read the actual physical book before I go to bed. It's been
for myself. I'm just not a book reader, but I'm so tempted because I hear everybody talking about it that I don't know, man. It'd be a good Christmas gift. You can get it for Christmas. Yeah,
I can do that.
No, I'll probably read it over the winter would be my guess. I read a lot, have more time to read in the winter.
Yeah.
So I would definitely save it probably for that. But
I'll get it for you as a Christmas gift in 2025.
Cool.
That way,
but then it'll all
I
be
don't want to
true.
ruin the surprise for this year. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right.
So
I know.
it really is a good book, though. It really, like, at nighttime, I'm reading and I have a hard time putting it down, but I need to go to bed. I'm like, oh man, like I get to the end of the chapter and I'm like,
one
what?
more chapter.
Yeah,
right.
like literally the end of the
that.
chapters are cliffhangers a lot of times. So you get to the end of the chapter, you're
that.
like, there's no way I got to read the next chapter because I don't want to know what happens.
Audiobook is coming soon, so
yeah.
I can listen to it and fish. That's awesome.
Oh
yeah. Now we're talking.
I caught my first shark this week.
I know.
I caught two of them.
Yep,
I caught two
awesome.
sharks.
Oh, you caught two? I didn't know you
caught two tiger sharks. I bought myself a saltwater aquarium. I think I got to go in and add the tiger shark to the aquarium, I think. But talking about real VR fishing, I love that game.
Yes.
It's just such a chill game. I seriously love that game to just go in and just hop in there 20, 30 minutes, do a little bit of fishing. And part of it is just I want to keep like unlocking. I think I have like one more location to unlock or something like that. And I think they're going to be doing another update soon. It was their 1 year anniversary through this past week. So congrats to them. Awesome game. It just really is an awesome game. I love it.
Yep.
So.
I know. Yep. And I don't know, are we through everything? But if we are, before we go, I just want to say, if Gabe is listening, please drop wireless. I mean, I would really appreciate it.
I don't know if I can handle it.
Please drop a bomb.
I don't know if I can handle all of these drops.
Community.
I don't know if I can.
Dude,
I mean,
it's epic.
But I'm going to be broke.
It's right before holiday. Yeah,
I'm going to be broke. I want at least one or two quests. I already got the G2 on pre-order. Seriously considering a 3080 next week. No clue what Apple's going to do. We got PS5 coming this year. I mean, seriously.
That would be my
get 3 more jobs.
Though, dude. Like, okay, a 4K G2 headset, right? A wireless index, and the new Quest. Oh my gosh, that would be everything I've ever wanted almost.
The problem is, okay.
What?
So you got a wireless
Will your
index.
PC run it? What?
No. Well, you're going to get a 3080 at some point. So my question is, wireless index, Reverb G2. Which one do you pick up and play? You got a wireless index and a Reverb G2. That's a hard choice right there. I mean,
no, it's not. It's not for me though.
You're going to go
it depends on it depends on what I'm playing. If I need something that's like high quality, high res, a lot of stuff close to me, yeah, I'm simming. But if I'm going to play like contractors, I want wireless. So I'm going to a wireless index at that point. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, it would all be preference and what I do.
Going back to the size, Anakaze said if I get one, I will go for the 256 version. Notice the other day I only had 6 gigs free on my 128, and I think I might do that too because I got 64 gig now. I'm constantly deleting stuff. So the other day, the other day I went on and I was gonna play a fishing game. I saw I had a couple updates for a couple games. I clicked update and it wouldn't let me because I didn't have enough space. So I had to go in and delete stuff just to update some games. And one of those games, I was going to give a hint for the name of the game, and I can't think of one. How would you say that?
People 7?
People 7. Maybe. It could work. Okay. You can figure it out. But anyway, so I think I might have to go with that bigger one because, mainly at heart, I like PCVR. If I have my choice, if I have the time and stuff, I'm playing PCVR. I love the games that are on PCVR. But I use my, back in the day, I was like, I'm going to get a Quest. Doubt I'm going to use it that much because I got to go and I barely ever used it. I use my Quest a lot. I really do. So,
yeah, I agree.
So I don't want to have to. And I'm guessing as more games come out, they're probably, some of these higher end games are going to be bigger file size. I don't like having to constantly delete games to download other games to do updates. I want to be able to record stuff on there, for an hour and have that saved on there. I don't want to worry about it. So I think probably what's going to happen, I'm going to probably order the 256. I'll get the 64 for the wife because she doesn't play nearly as many games as I do. Sell her Quest, her 64 gig model, and keep my original. That'll probably be the plan. But I don't know. We didn't do?
Yeah, I was just going to say it, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want people to have time. Thank you. At least you remembered. I'm waiting. Forgot. I'm like, I don't want to say anything because then it gives people a head start.
Yeah, I totally meant to do that earlier.
Yeah, but some game codes. So like everybody listening to the audio version of the show, you won't see them. But yeah, enjoy, guys. Hopefully somebody grabs them and you can go for the one you want most.
Yeah, so somebody understood your People 7. Steve XM said, can't wait for the NDA to lift on People 7. Can we just start calling it People 7? And I mean, that doesn't say anything in the NDA that we can't call a game People 7. Nobody really knows what we're talking about. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
People 7 coming to a headset near you this year. Been great. Can't say anything else about it. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be pretty huge. So. Yeah, and a gaming science teacher said cloud saves would make it easier, just delete and re-download. And Real VR Fishing does cloud saves now, which is nice. So that is something that'll help. But I don't know. Let us know which one are you going 256? Are you going 64? Let us know. I mean, are you buying the wireless index next week? The wireless adapter?
Dude.
Picking up a 3080.
I might have to pre-order a lot of stuff come 3 days from now, man.
Broke.
Woo!
Yeah,
man, got grip. Sweet, Call Me Jay got grip. That's awesome. Yeah,
congrats.
Yep.
So
I need to get in there and play some, man.
Yeah, we didn't talk about.
No, what now? Oh my gosh,
we don't have any time, but.
Oh, dude, this is cool though. Yeah, we
totally
got time.
Forgot.
I know. So this is like a VR, let's call it movie. I think this is awesome. The production in this, the comedy in this, and we're not going to play in the audio, but go find it yourself. It's called Ajax All Powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. And it does have a lot of comedy in it, as you can see, some of the things on screen. It looks awesome. The production value in this looks great. I can't wait for this. This is awesome.
It actually does look kind of exciting.
Yeah, I know.
You sent me this, and I was like, what is this? And so I was watching it. So it says Ajax. Henry Winkler is a foul-mouthed genie addicted to the human souls he collects after tricking gullible masters. But something is different about the little girl who found this lamp this time. She's hired a lawyer, Chris Parnell, to negotiate her wishes. Ajax All-Powerful is an innovative VR comedy utilizing behind-the-scenes interactive triggers to create a fluid world of changing sizes and perspectives, starring comedy legends Henry Winkler, Happy Days, Arrested Development Barry, and Chris Parnell, Rick and Morty, Archer, SNL. So some big name people in this. Yeah, I think this has got a lot of potential. This is kind of cool. I totally forgot to talk about this earlier. I just saw it on the thing here, and I'm like, oh, crap, we never talked about this. But yeah.
I know, and he's a genie, which is really cool. I mean, all the stuff that happens then, the magic and all that, and the
VR.
comedy.
Yeah, I mean, VR for
so
something
cool,
like
man.
a genie. You know, I as a kid, you know, I love the Aladdin movie. You know, I was one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. The new one's really good too. The Fonz, Hey, that's funny. But yeah, so I think this is cool. Yeah, this is kind of neat.
I agree.
Throw it in there real quick before we head out.
Again, I said these aren't things that I ever thought getting into VR would like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like the theater performances and stuff. I was like, it's not really my cup of tea, and then I do it, and I'm like, this is awesome. But like, showing before there, like being in the bottle. You know what I mean? And then coming out and stuff and all that, like that's awesome. The scale and the perspective, it's great. Yeah. Yep.
Pretty awesome.
It's awesome. So, I love how everyone is now saying People 7. So
we started a new thing. Hopefully that doesn't get us in trouble, but I don't think it will. So yeah, honestly, huge week. I mean, this whole show was honestly almost a pre-show to next week because we're so excited. So we'll still do the Coffee and VR show next Saturday, but we will do a live stream. Is it Wednesday? Is Wednesday the?
It is, as far as I know, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Yep. Facebook Connect. So we'll do a stream Wednesday evening, probably going to be around 6 Eastern. It's going to be exciting. We're going to get to talk about everything we've learned, all the official specs of stuff we've speculated. And maybe even some Apple stuff. We might throw some Apple stuff in there depending on what they announce. We may throw some Valve Index wireless adapter stuff in there. You never know.
There's a lot of things, man. There's maybe some other stuff too we may get to talk about that we don't even know yet. Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't even mention that. But
nope.
I know. So, cool stuff, man. It's coming.
Hopefully everybody got one of those codes, the 3 or 4 codes we had up there.
Oh yeah, they did. Don't worry. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I think somebody got. Yeah, I saw somebody got grip. But cool. I think grip's the go-to, man, for everybody. If you haven't though, pick it up. It might not still be for sale.
Yeah, we still need to play that. We still need to play that with because I've played it a little bit by myself, but I haven't played it with other people. I know the Virtual Strangers guys have been wanting to play. I know Scion and stuff have been wanting us to get in there. So we do got to hop in there. This week's going to be a pretty crazy week, I think. I don't know. We'll find out what happens. But, yeah. So
spending that money this week.
Yeah, hopefully everybody saved some money over the summer and stuff. Saved up some money. You're going to need it for sure. So.
Yep, I agree. People 7.
People 8. Somebody said still playing People 6. VR Spry guy said grip. So, yeah, we'll get in there and play that. I don't know. Maybe we can try to set that up for this week. Evening one time this week. A pretty busy weekend this weekend, but maybe some time to play this weekend. I don't know yet. But, yeah. And contractors. We still got to do contractors again, too. But the player base, I hopped into that for a little bit this past week, and there was, like, nobody playing. It's so depressing to me. I hate it. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, all we got to do is organize it. We fill a room in, like, a second.
Yeah, we'll organize it. Laser Rob said 3080 series releases too, and for sure. I'm gonna be watching the website. I'm gonna be watching it. I might do it. I might pull the trigger.
Start selling organs like somebody else was saying.
Yep.
I know. But we'll get out of here. We'll let you guys go. We'll get back to some either VR action or working on a video. I'm sure one or the other. I'm working on some really cool video stuff right now behind the scenes, which I keep telling Sean about, and I got some cool stuff showing up today. I'm about to start on my basement project. So reforming my whole basement, and I'll probably be posting some of the pre-stuff on our Discord, so keep an eye there. I did do a drawing. I'll throw that on there after this, just to see what you guys think. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and we did do we talked about a VR espresso. We forgot to talk about the VR espresso episode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we'll throw that in there real quick. That was something I did yesterday. It's something I would like to do every week. It's just time restraints. I don't know if we'll have time. But basically, VR espresso is a super short, condensed version of what happened, news stories throughout the week. I think it was less than 3 minutes. It was like 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Check that out. Let me know what you think. Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
we're going to try to maybe do one of those every week before the Coffee and VR show. It's just like a little bit of preview of what we're getting into in the Coffee and VR show. Obviously, way deeper dive into on the live show and talking about a whole lot more, but it was kind of fun to play around with. It took a little bit longer than I thought. I did one a long time ago, and I kind of never went back. And I was like, I'm going to try and do one of those again. It's kind of fun to play around with. So let us know what you think.
Sure.
But yeah,
so much good stuff coming up too, man. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, it's easier to do when there's big topics. When there's big stuff to talk about. It's the weeks that there's like not a whole lot going on. And it's like, is it even worth putting the time into something like that?
Yep.
I don't know. Let us know. So. Yeah, seriously, we appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for the super chats.
Seeing everybody in chat, as always. Super chats, the Patreons especially.
Yeah,
join the Discord. Appreciate you guys. Yeah,
join the Discord.
Absolutely. Check out the merch, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Man, I got to get some of that. Skiva and Alex on Beyond Reality. They're both rocking a Rendered Reality shirt. I'm so jealous because I don't even have one yet. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to order some. So maybe next show I can wear one. But cool.
Yep.
Again,
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
so
much.
We're out of here. Later, guys. See you back here. See you in VR as always.
Later.
Peace.
Got into VR in 2016. That was the very first. We got the Rift.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
that?
Hey.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much sound is coming out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.